I'm going to cut this down on this end. 3/8 handle. Maybe some knurling here. Looks nice. And then cut it. Flip it around. Cut this end 3/8. Thread it. Knurl it. I'm not taking big cuts, so it's not really pushing on it that hard. I don't want to put a hole in the end. It's not a lot to cut off anyhow. Miniature. Should be fun. 100,000 to go. Measure. That's how we're going to make this handle. I'm going to figure out this washer. Put a washer, built-in washer, so I'm going to cut it. Or I can come in and bump. Trying to, this is where our wash is going to be. Okay, good. Then we'll be able to part it. Well, I'm going to knurl it too. I'm going to knurl it first and then part it. So now we're just trying to get this down. Still not cutting deep because I don't want to push too much. Now I got 3 different types of knurlers, so I should be able to do something with one of them. The 12L 4 stuff. Cuts nice. Where's my folder out? Get out of the file. I got my parting blade up there. Yeah, it looks like it will fit. Good. Yeah, I gotta use my large knurler because the wheels have more clearance, so I can get over this washer piece. This lip. So this one I made a little more room, so I'll give that a try. I have to take the spring out of it, and I need it's not made for this smaller one, but it's gonna have to work, I think. So yeah, give it a go. Oops. looks like it'll work. Alright. A little slower? Yeah, that's better. Clearing. Working. Good. Later. Earl. Lots of Earl. Back and then I'll part it and then we'll get to flip it over. I gotta set up to tap this. Or thread it. Three-eighths. I gotta flip it, part it, and thread it, and clean the crap out of it, and then make our weights that'll slip on there. I think I'm gonna make them out of steel, so they have a little bit of weight to them, or aluminum. We'll see. All right. I'm gonna part this off. This way here I can look on the other side a little bit. Gotta cut this end, thread it. I'm gonna use this piece steel for the barbell, the weight part. I'll trim it down a little, and then go out there, cut it in half, drill a hole, 3/8 hole, stud it, spin it on the lathe, and get it round, and go from there. Alright, I'm going to change the chuck to a smaller chuck, so I could grab this here only. A lot better that way. Alright, let me move this over there. Alright, gonna turn this down. 375, 3/8. Chuck on the end of my tailstock here is acting a little crazy. It's either me, or the bushings are in. Kind of evens it out at the bottom. It doesn't look like a bottomed out tap look. So it's kind of what the look you're looking for. And then once you clean it, it looks better. I don't think I ever used this little chuck before. Everything comes in handy once in a while. So, alright. I'm going to cut these two in half to make the weights for the barbell. I'm going to cut it and drill these out and spin them on the lathe. Should be able to get something in the round on it. That's about what we're going to make out of this. I'm going to go cut this on the saw, make it a little lighter so I can spin it. Alright, I'm making an arbor to hold these. So I'm going to cut this down to 3/8, slide these over, thread it, lock it onto here, then spin these together to make 2 round wheels. Got a little bit more to cut. We're round. Obviously, this one of these is not flat. One of these has got a nice little bevel in it. I don't know what, yeah, I think it's this one. I can either spin it or I can lay it flat. I think I'm going to put it in the mill. Oh wait, I can probably put these in the chuck. Let me check this out. I think I can just install these on a chuck and then just cut the faces. Aha! Better idea. Alright, let me go to that then. Yeah. I'm going to try and get this wobble out of these 2 wheels. Not really wheels, they're weights. Was a piece of metal I had laying around for a long time. I knew it was bent. I knew it would be good for something one day. And this is it right here. The other one isn't as bad. So I'll get this one as true as I can for a display unit. And then we'll turn the other one to size. There you go. Still see a little rust, but that's a lot better than what it was. Take a look at these. I'll figure out some kind of design. Okay, let it dry. This is the arbor I made for it. It's good for other things. Use these washers. They have a Teflon coating on them. I use it as like a disc brake between them to keep them from rotating on this. It worked. So, alright, let this stuff dry, then I'll mark it. We'll mark it, and then it'll be ready to go back on the lathe and chop up again. I think I got. It's pretty dead, but let's see. We'll try with this. It was like this. So keep me square to the line at least. That's the main agenda here. Okay. Good. It'll give me roughly what I'm looking for. Some guide. So it was A16, 17, 22. 22. And 18, the big one. 18. I'll scribe these and then I'll get it up on the lathe. Alright, before we get started, I'll try this cutter. I have a little bit of like stick out here. This one's a little bit screwed up from previous. It's running out of money too, so it's supposed to be. And a little tighter. Get a little straight in. Better cut. Yeah, use this carbide cutter. Works really good. Should have went with this in the first place, but thought there was a better way. Well, try a couple ways. In theory. There you go. And a 45 naturally with the cutter. Right there. Gotta do a couple more things to it and then finish it up. Alright, we got the wheels cut, 45'd, kind of got the roughing done. Now it's time to get it shiny. Nuts to hold these on. I'm probably going to use brass. Make some nice looking brass nuts. Alright, see how this polishes out. Alright, we got it down so we can paint them. Just get the roughness off. I will have polished areas. I just want to get the rough shit off. Patience. Ouch. Good. Alright, let's do a pre-assembly. Gonna be a lot of polishing and paint. And I want to make 2 brass collar nuts that fit in a countersink and fit above it. Alright, let's make the nuts. I don't know if I should paint first. I have another piece. I have another long piece like that. Here we'll look for it. This is 5/16. Yes, so we can that's what's good about brass. You gotta rule the piss out of it. Tap out. Alright, let's get ready to tap this bad boy. Alright. Mark the head. Back here. 2 taps. This one it won't make it all the way through, but this one is cut different. It will make its way through. Yeah, frying already. I gotta get through this. It's a couple of inches long. We're going to narrow this piece now, and then we're going to cut it to fit. We'll, oil up them wheels. One more. Alright, these are the breasts. Now I'm going to cut the shoulder. Well, it's going to be 140 thousandths shoulder. So I already DRO 140. Put the stop. So I'm just going to work this off. That's what we get there. Alright, I gotta figure out this end. I'll cut this one to match this, and then we'll figure the overall length. Let me cut this one, and then I'll measure for length and finish it off. Just finishing off the brass nut. Just got to put a little collar on it. It's tiny, but effective. Let's trim. Alright, next day, we're going to pattern out the wheels on the milling machine. Show you how we set that up. I'm drilling a hole just to give it a pattern. So the main thing is to find center, which I did with a 3/8. It was a 3/8 hole. Center out the DRO. Center. Then go to the next hole. Oh, you enter. Diameter is the same. Same wheel. Number of holes, 6. Staggered. Angles are the same. Hole number 1. X 6 over. Alright, let me set this up on a stand and then I'll get it back on. Alright, so hole 1 is X 6. 637 thousandths. Bring it. Oh. Little haircut. exercises will relocate you right back to where you need to be. This little thing. Loves this Dioro. Alright. Rain. A little. I've painted a little already. Got some of it together. So it's almost finished. Got the pulley yesterday for the bandsaw, 6-inch. Like I said. Alright, I'm going to glass bead these because paint sticks to them better than regular metals. So this thing's a little loud, so last time I didn't take it out. So this time you're going to listen for it. I'll show you. Spray paint them instead of brush. So it's going to be harder to get the evenness. Plus I want to get the paint inside the holes. The only way is spray. I'll give it a good couple of coats, and then I'll let it dry overnight. And then I gotta make a stand, some kind of stand for this thing. Good. So I can scrape. Good. Okay. And yeah, I'm finished. I'm making this stand for this barbell. Need a loop where it sits, and I put a piece of felt to protect it so it doesn't mark up the barbell. So I could file it in. There you go. Okay. A lot of stuff's drying, the paint's drying. Here's the wheels. Oh, the wheels over there. Alright, nice. Turn this as one piece. Yeah, this is all dry. Get these apart. Sink a bolt through here. And then I'm thinking about grabbing it on the chuck here, spinning it, and bringing this and this together somehow in here. Protect it, and then I'm going to put one on the bottom. Okay. It's a small thing, but it's intricate. It's fun. I'm going to cut the flat on this base, even with this, up to here. So I can really hold this. It's not a big, deep cut. Light cuts. Hopefully we'll be able to not rip this out of your vise. Give it a little design. At least it doesn't look crazy, but I think it'll be good. So now I just got to hand file and clean it up. I don't know, I'll figure something out. We're going to put the rubber in here, the rubber on the base, and this will be it. Right. I just weighed this thing in the house. 1 pound. Isn't that nuts? And then this stuff is a little thinner. I'll glue it in here. A little bit rubbery. Just in case there's any earthquakes. Alright, let me glue these together, clean up those wheels, and then we are finito with it. Alrighty-o. We're all finished. Airplane. Weighed it inside. It weighs 1 pound. Isn't that lucky? That's it. Going on the desk, I think.